do you help students from grade 8 to grade 12? Okay, that's the session. If you're part of a school network, then you would know how to set up a career guidance ecosystem in your school. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to each and every one of you. Um, Great. Right. Perfect. And Shilpa's already done a session that was how to connect with centennials, how to understand them. So great, great. All right, Shagun, do me a favor. There is a couple of slides which you can show a little later. So let's say at about 3 or 3:05, you can share those slides so that they can take pics. All right,
Sure, sir.
great.
Right.
Okay, okay. All of you can hear me? Perfect. So when you talk to a class 8th or ninth student, now someone will ask me why 8th and ninth. I shared with you yesterday that 8 and 9 is why 8th and ninth is because they are at that age where you can start having conversations. All right. Now I would keep reminding you of this word called conversations. They are very important. All right. Whether it's you and me, whether it's student and you, coachee, conversation is the most powerful tool. Yes, conversations are, I mean, I can go on and on about a conversation, okay? And if there is a proper listening in that conversation, there is amazing amount of sharing. It can just take your pain away, all right? Or any concern. So, so eighth and ninth, you don't start with something called presentations. Okay, one way of doing career guidance is once in a while you will get someone to come to your school and do a session on law, medicine, engineering, or artificial intelligence, or humanities as a career option. Great, great. That's also good. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. However, do you think a class 8th or ninth student would remember this session, which happens once in a year or twice a year? No, they are bound to forget this. So a better connect is required. Now, one way is we do spoon feeding. Second is make them do this. How? So I'm going to share few techniques with you. All right. Let's look at those techniques. How about, and in between, I'm going to ask you questions also. Okay. So tell me, if you are talking to an 8th and ninth class student, what are few careers that the student would be exposed to? Any 8th or ninth class student, few careers that's by observation they would be exposed to. Medicine, maybe because once in a while they would have gone and seen a doctor. Um, all right, you're talking about a lot of careers. All right, great. Sports, because they'll be interested in some sort of a sport. They're sporting icon, idol, right? Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Great. That means you're alive and kicking, and you are very much part of this session. Thank you. All right. So we'll make it little more simpler. All right. What is the first thing that they would get accustomed to is their mother's career and the father's career, right? Parents, first thing. All right. First thing is parents. Papa kya karte hain, mama kya karti hain. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, even if mom is a housewife, is that a career? That is a career that requires huge amount of interest, sacrifice, resilience, perseverance, enthusiasm, right? That requires huge amount of commitment, dedication, time management, right? Organization skills. I believe that career, if they are able to understand, there are a lot of careers that will naturally they will understand, right? So therefore, we always say, so what does your mom do? She's a homemaker, she's a housewife, that's it, that's where it ends? No, that means you haven't yet got exposure to that kind of a career. All right. So that's the first career that they should get to know. Okay. What are the policies? What does she have to manage? All right. Next is father's career. Now, whether your father is a farmer or a shopkeeper or any manufacturing business guy or a service class person or a government servant or whoever, right? Or a politician, whoever, you need to know what they do. What kind of workspace do they have? Have you visited their office or workplace? Have you interacted with them there? Do you know how many people report to them? How many people do they report to? Could be anything. Could be anything. Your father could be anyone. So, do we know about that career? So, two. Next, what about careers of your best friend's parents? Your best friend's parents? What about careers of your relatives, your siblings, if they are older, right? So these are careers which are in and around you. Now, how about a teacher giving them, say, um, 10 questions or 15 questions, an interview that you would like to interview someone, say, interview your parents, interview your friends' parents, interview your relatives, interview someone. These are 10, 15 questions, and you get to know about their career, right? About the struggle in that career, about how viable that career is, what kind of degrees and education, other skills required for that career. Aren't we, one, helping students with curiosity, helping them get to know this, and making them have conversations? So, communication skills. We are taking just by this exercise, and it's not like once in a year exercise. No, every month, every 2 months. Hey, listen, why don't you go interview? Why don't you interview your computer teacher, your arts teacher, your sports teacher, right? Why don't you interview your principal, ma'am? All right. Why don't you interview a doctor, right? Somewhere you would have gone to a banquet hall for a shadi or a restaurant to have khana, or you would have gone in a Ola, Uber, or any taxi. Someone you will meet, right? So therefore, ask them questions, interview them. Thank you so much. You have helped them a lot as far as career exploration is concerned. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you some really, really jazzy answers. I am going to give you simple, practical solutions. In this way, you are helping them open up, you're helping them talk, converse, communication skills, and that whole thing, curiosity about others, their professions, their careers, right? Great. We've done this. Thank you so much. Next. Next is, if this becomes a part of their, life, then they will one day would be interested in their idol, their sporting icon, or any other, or their film star. That now they may not be able to interview them, but they would read about them. They would read about their careers, right? Singers, right? Now they're not going to go and look for Mehdi Hassan or Ghulam Ali or Bade Ghulam Ali or Bade Ghulam Saab or a Malka Pukhraj or Muhammad Rafi and Mukesh. They're going to maybe search for a Justin Bieber or a Billie Eilish, or they're going to look at Sam Smith. They're going to look at Coldplay, BTS, absolutely, 110 million, right? So their music is going to be different, or rappers, right? Or a Juice World or a Eminem, rappers. So the idea is their world is different. Okay, their world is very different, right? Cardi B, of course. So therefore, um, but many of them may take to classical music, may have a gift for a ghazal singing, all right, or classical music, or blues, understanding jazz, or they may love country music, folk, whatever, right? So the idea is And this is where second thing, as teachers, as parents, there are two things that you need to know. While you're helping them develop this, learn about the sports that they play. So that, why do we need to know about their music? Why do we need to know about their music, their games, their video games, their access? Why? Because if we know, then we will have to have, absolutely, we can engage them, have those powerful conversations. Otherwise, you will say, hey, you know what? You want to listen to my kind of music? Very well. But I may take them over there. How? First, I need to align with what is their liking. So therefore, good rapport building and all this, like for example, I'll share this with you. One day I was in a school, all right, and I was talking to 11th and 12th class students. It was South India. And the principal says, hey, Parikshit, since you're here, why don't you go meet 6th and 7th class students? And I'm like, excuse me, you know, I don't interact with them. Not that I'm averse to, but that's not what I do. No, no, no. Why don't you go and talk to them? And this is about 2016, I believe, 2016. Yeah. So I said, okay, let me go and try. I went there. Now imagine what kind of a conversation I will have with them. Almost 35 students in that batch. And if I say, you know what, you want to talk about music, you want to talk about art, paintings, general awareness. So I started quizzing them. Yeah. And I started quizzing them, and then suddenly it clicked to me. I said, listen, Parikshit, you listen to their kind of music. So why don't you start? We just had this conversation, and within about 20-25 minutes, they were like, hey, listen, dude, why don't you stay here? Sit here with us. Let's continue. We just went on and on. And then one of them said, hey, I like to sing. Why don't you sing? Then you sing. Then you do this. That's it. And one of them said, I want to be, I do mimicry. I can do stand up and act. And I said, why? I was able to connect with them. Otherwise, the moment they would look at my black kurta or white kurta and look at my age, and they're like, really? You think we will even have a common ground to talk about? No. So that's something I would request teachers and parents to at least venture into that area. Okay. Amazing experience and good learning for you, right? Great. Okay. So that's one. Second area where you need to help these students. Second is, a lot of parents and even teachers to that extent. Let's stick to parents first, okay? Now, a lot of parents in their close circle, in their friend circle, in their kitty circle, they would like to talk about hey, you know what? Look at my son, look at my daughter. My daughter, she paints so well. Oh, she's kind of she's into opera singing. Okay, or she goes she's getting to learn math at Kumon classes. Oh, she's doing this, he's doing this. Oh, he wants to be a pastry chef, he's mostly in the kitchen. They like to talk about their hobbies and interests. All right. But the moment they start moving to class 8th, 9th, 10th, and the conversations change. Which coaching institute? What tutors? What grades? Where are you going? What are you doing? And by 9th, 10th, thank you so much, beta. Everything else is a hobby and an interest area. Thank you. Pack up, reduce. Focus should be only on academics, academics, academics. Why? So this entire talent that you're blessed with, this talent that students are blessed with, that takes a backseat. Now, someone asked me, I was doing someone from an ICC, someone who's done foundation and advanced, one day asked me, hey, Parikshit, I want to do an interview with you. All right. So we did this and I answered that question. He asked me a question, what do you understand by competitive edge? Now, competitive edge is talent that you're born with, you're blessed with. In a class of 40, 50 students, in a school, 30 to 40 students, how many of them will be great singers? 2, 3, 4. How many of them will be great artists, painters? Couple of them maybe. How many of them would be looking at international sports, national, state level? Few. How many of them would be into some form, art or something? Shagun, hi. No, no, we don't need it. We don't need it. Sorry, I got my timing wrong. Oh, it's 2:45 to 3:45. Sorry. So share it with me around 3:30, please. Thank you so much. Sorry, my timing was wrong. Okay.
Okay,
Is
sir.
that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, 3:30. Okay. Now, thank you. So now the next question is, sir, I don't have any talent. I have no talent. I don't think so. I'm gifted in some art form, music, sport, this thing, reading, and whatever. Kuch bhi. Don't worry. Don't worry. Find that. Inculcate. Find that. If you don't have anything that you think you're gifted with, find it. Okay. Hone that skill over a period of time. Pick up something. There is no problem. So therefore, that's what I call is a competitive edge. Should as parents, should we inculcate it, hone it, help them? Now that's very important at that level. So the question is, does that hobby or the talent, does it have to be a career only? Do we have to make it a career only? No, it's not mandatory. Even if you don't look at it as a career, can it help you evolve? Can it help you in your personality building? Can it help you communicate confidence, more confidence? Absolutely. Can it help you get into a good college because of your profile? Absolutely. So therefore, there are so many benefits of engaging in these hobbies and interests. Now, today, let me ask you, and let me ask you to all of you, let me ask all of you, we talk about profile in such a big way. Tell me, when we were growing up, when you were in college or you were in school, we did it as part of our life. We used to poem recitation, debating, declamation contest, or what you call sports. We would play kho, dance, drama. Everything was part. We would take part in olympiads. We would take part in quizzes. It was all part of life, right? We would fight for those certificates. We would fight to see our name on the board, right? And then class monitor, class prefect, everything was there. Today we call it a big name profile building, but we used to do it. That was part of our life. Then arrange for that what was that, theater. Okay, then the outgoing class, then the senior most class is outgoing, then you would have their farewell. We would do everything. It was all part of your personality building. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, the annual function, that's all I'm saying. Nothing extraordinary. There is nothing earth shattering that you're doing. Simple things. So one is career awareness, second is hobbies, interests, profile building, right? That has to be part of their life. Third and the last one is, remember our time. And again, I'm not saying my time, I'm saying whenever you were in school at whatever stage of life, what did we used to do? Our teachers would tell us, look at Shakuntala Devi puzzles, R.D. Sharma, R.S. Agarwal, right? Do those extra questions. I don't know, physics and chemistry, we used to have Lakmeer Singh and whatever. Why don't you read reference books? Why? So that your fundamentals will be strong. I remember those days we would do analytical reasoning and so on puzzles. We would do those visual reasoning puzzles. Why? It's because our teachers used to tell us, this will help you grow. Okay, this will help you in your analytical skills. So many people are sitting, you sitting on the left, he's sitting on the right, arrangement. All right, this picture is my nana's beti, this thing, that thing, blood relations. We would do series, coding, decoding. We would do all that. Manjeet Singh, Lakshmi, we would do all that, right? So therefore, help them with those fundamentals. What kind of fundamentals? Remember Renan Martin, word power made easy, everything, everything. Does it hold true today also? Absolutely. Do you need good vocabulary? Yes. Do you need to have good reading skills, reading comprehension? Tell me one exam: SAT, GMAT, CAT, civil services, NDA, law, management. Tell me any exam that you can survive without reading comprehension, grammar, vocabulary, analytical reasoning, mathematical reasoning, civil services, GK, a fashion design, NID, NIFT, everywhere. You can't survive without these things. This is going to be part of every aptitude test, whether it's liberal education universities, whether it's any other university in the country. You will have them as aptitude tests or as part of their entrance exam. So therefore, they need to build aptitude skills. If you remember, your teachers would tell us, our teachers would tell us, you need to we would learn tables by heart. We would know fractions by heart. Vedic mathematics, it used to be part of our life. Why? Because we didn't have any calculators. Not that calculators are allowed even today in exams, right? Speed mathematics, speed reading, all that, all that is required. We used to write essays every other day, write essays. Why? So that the construct, grammatical concepts, construct, thought process. Now tell me, all college applications require essays. Statement of purpose, write about yourself. We used to do these who am I techniques, Johari window. We should do that, right? So therefore, Zainab is like, opened a big box. Absolutely. Schooling was fun. School was, oh my God, it was amazing. So therefore, I am closing 8th and 9th. If you are able to help them build aptitude, okay, aptitude I've shared, mathematical, reasoning, analytical, logical, English, GK, I'll help them read. Yes, their reading could be on mobile phone, their reading could be on gadgets, apps, no problem, no problem. Read, right? The other thing is GK quizzes. Now, competition success review, Manormas of the world. Don't worry, don't go there. There are apps to support you, right? Now, I'm just saying the pedagogy, that's the style must have changed, but situation is same. It's the style that has changed, right? So therefore, quickly wrapping it up, 8th class, career awareness. There are a lot of students, I can assure you, if you're a teacher, go back to your school and ask one question. Ask one question to all your students. Even those students who have been in your school for 5, 6, 7 years, ask them, what are the academic and professional qualifications, or academic and professional qualifications, or academic qualifications and professional experience of your principal? Not even one will know. Not even one will know. Why? Because we would not have had that kind of a conversation. So we call him, hi, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, or good afternoon, ma'am, good afternoon, good evening. But do we know them? No. Why? Because there is no connect. How many of them would know what the teachers, oh my God, I'm sorry, call it whatever. We would know, I'm sorry, because we would have those conversations with our teachers. We would know उनके बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं, उनकी life कब है, स्कूल में कब आए, कब कहाँ गए. We would know everything. Why? Because we would have those, those conversations. They would be an integral part of our life. I am who I am, all thanks to few teachers that I still remember. When a teacher would walk in and have that samosa or a bread pakoda with us, and we would remember it for days. You know what? He just stood there with us. We had that conversation. And then he would say, hey, kya kar rahe ho? So we are playing cricket. Chalo, we'll also play. Wow. Wow. So my request to all of you is if you're able to do these things, you are doing a brilliant job. Brilliant job. Great. Now let's move to let's move to class 10th. Now class 10th, same thing continuing. However, what are we adding? What subject combinations? Now please understand, as per the system, present system, in CBSE, when 10th goes to 11th, you choose your subjects. In ICSE, when you move from 8th to 9th, you choose. And then 10th going to 11th, you choose. When you move from school to junior college in certain states, again, subject choices, all right? So states can have different this thing, all right? And of course, when you IB, IGCSE, different combinations. But 10th class, on an average, 10th moving to 11th, help them with what combinations come in, what subjects. Those subject combinations can open up what kind of doors. All right. Great part. All right. Another thing which you must remember. All right. Um, this is very important. Tell me, if you have one career counselor. Now, please understand, as Dr. Sani talked about yesterday, I think was it Dr. Sani, that there is a difference between a behavioral counselor and a career counselor, right? So, if there is a career counselor in a school, all right, um, is that one career counselor in a school, is he or she good enough for the entire school? No, no. So, therefore, imagine if each subject teacher, like for example, I'm teaching psychology, someone's teaching biology, physics, chemistry, history, whatever, or social science or whatever. Now that teacher goes and says, excuse me, good morning, I'm a maths teacher. I am once a month, I am going to talk about, let's spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, math as a subject, applications of math, and math coupled with geography, math coupled with accounts, math with eco, math with physics can open up what kind of doors for you. What is the possibility of math? Where will math go with you? What is mathematics? What is pure math? What is computational math? If you can talk about just your subject, how many counselors are there in a school now? Every teacher is a coach. Every teacher. And no, they don't have to learn counseling skills. They only have to know what is the importance of their subject. If each subject teacher can arouse that curiosity, help them understand the significance of that subject in their lives, the entire school has an amazing career guidance system built within. Right? Possibility. That's all. That's all. So you don't have to kind of train them. You just have to tell them, ma'am, your subject has seen an evolution. What is it? Where are we? And then go on. Great. Next. Now, 10th class, what are additional things that we are doing before we go to the important class 11th and 12th? All right. Now, class 10th, you're introducing them to subjects, right? Along with that, depending upon school, you're in a international curriculum, introduce to them international education. You're in an Indian curriculum where there are few students wanting to look at international education, wanting to think about it. Yes. Now the next international education, there are few things. Okay. One is America, US, Canada, UK, Singapore. Wow, great. What about France, Poland, Norway, Denmark, Italy, Germany, Mexico? There are so many other countries in the world where their education, the fee for their education is at par from our very well-known private colleges. All right, almost at par. The only other difference is going to be cost of living. All right, now in case they are interested, By 10th class, you could introduce that also. However, if you're in a school where they are only looking at India, no problem. We only need to talk about India. Or you're in a school where students are even struggling with basic education, then you need to introduce, um, along with this, scholarships. How can you get scholarships? Their profile building has to be customized. Okay. Now, they may not be in a position to afford a summer school and so on. No, you don't need to talk about that. You need to talk about those activities which are very well within their pocket, their means. Then help them with those organizations that will help them study further. Then you introduce vocational education, skill building. So therefore, the entire career guidance has to be customized. It cannot be same, cannot hold true for entire humanity. All right. Each class, your sessions have to be different. Each class, the level has to be different. Each school, depending upon the financial capability, you have to customize it. That's the real job of a counselor or a career coach, right? Great. Now we have moved from 10th class. Okay. How are we doing on time? I still have close to 25 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, perfect. We're doing well on time. Great. Okay. Now we move to class 11th and 12th. Now, number one. No. I'll tell you this later. Okay. Um, there is a myth. That myth has to be cracked. Okay. I'll share that with you for 11th and 12th. Okay. Now, when we move to 11th class, what do we need to do? You've chosen your subjects. Welcome. Number one, what subjects you've chosen? Those subjects will open up what kind of doors for you. For example, welcome. You've taken physics, chemistry, bio. You've taken physics, chemistry, bio. Very good. Let's talk about career opportunities. Medicine. Very good. Very good. All of you know physics, chemistry, bio means medicine. What else? Biotechnology, biochemistry, bioinformatics, physical sciences, BDS, veterinary, genetics. We talked about nutrition, medicine. We talked about pharmacy, food tech, public health, sports coaching, BSc, MSc, psychology, clinical psychology, therapy. Wow, go on, go on. Forensics, criminology, environment, agriculture, horticulture. Yeah, so carry on. So how many careers? Close to 150 plus options with PCB. Close to 150 plus options with just physics, chemistry, bio. Do they know about it? No. If they knew about it, why would all of them stand in the same line called, hello, knock, knock, medicine, 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 neat, neat, neat. Excuse me, microbiology. There are 150 plus career options. Thank you so much. Great. Next. Next is, let's look at physics, chemistry, math. Now I'm sharing something with you. Physics, chemistry, math. Take away 7 or 8 careers. Okay. Go and do this with your kid or with anyone you know or with an 11th, 12th class student. Tell them, I am taking 7 careers away from you. Physics, chemistry, math. Do this exercise. Sir, which ones are you taking? Number 1, all engineering out. Engineering out. Next. NDA out. Merchant Navy out. Teaching out. Bachelor in physics, chemistry, math out. So teaching out, bachelors in physics, chemistry, math out, engineering out, merchant navy out, National Defense Academy, NDA. That's out, and architecture out. Okay. So defense gone, architecture gone. Now you tell them, no, 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 no law, no law. Wait, 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 wait. You tell a 12th class student or an 11th class student, I am taking 7 careers out. Okay. You have to make a career with physics, chemistry, math only. So no law, no UPSC, because UPSC you can do from science, commerce, art, law. Listen to this carefully. Remove 7 careers from their plate and tell them, now tell me 20 other careers that are possible, but with physics, chemistry, math only. And let me share something with you. They will struggle. They will struggle. Why would they struggle? Tell me, why would they struggle? Once you take these 7 careers, why would they struggle? Thank you so much. Yes, even we would struggle because we don't know much beyond these 7 or 8 careers. Because PCM by default, 15, 16 lakh students will go and write JEE, then others would write BITSAT, then SRM, VIT, Manipal, every possible, or through mains they will look at NIITs, triple IITs, and then few will write KVPY and so on. But how many of them will make it to IITs? All India IITs put together, how many seats are there? All India, complete, entire, all IITs put together, how many seats? Around 11,000 seats all over the country, all IITs. How many general seats? How many general seats? Around general seats, all IITs put together, around this much. But every student who takes up science wants to crack this. Welcome to India. All India Institute of Medical Sciences, all put together, how many seats? 800. Thank you. Welcome to India. But the moment we are born, it's like the student is wearing nappies. Oh, sorry, why nappy? Diaper. And we are like, Wes, I know, beta, tum Fiji jaoge, tum yahan jaoge, tum wahan jaoge. Even when they are in their diapers, they can decide. So therefore, Prashant, you're right. We are talking about general seats. General seats. That's right. So therefore, 11th class, help them understand more. Okay? History, what kind of options open up? Geography, political science. Political science is not just law and civil services. Political science can be diplomacy, international relations, human rights, whatever. Economics, mathematics, humanities, such powerful possibilities. Commerce, so many possibilities. Not just CA, CS, and other careers, right? Okay, tell me something, which is the best college in the world? Okay, best college or university in the world for economics. Harvard, okay. Anything else? The best. It's called MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. And what do we know MIT for? What do we know MIT for? Thank you. Technology engineering. MIT is top 2 in the world for economics. Okay. How many of you know that? Now, this is just, I'm sorry, I'm not quizzing you. I'm just throwing this so that you can play around with kids. I am a commerce student. I'm a humanities student. Can I go to IITs in India and study design? I'm a commerce and an art student. Yes. What is the exam called? What is the exam called? SEED is for postgrad. USEED is for undergrad. USEED. USEED is the exam. Yes, that's right. USEED is the exam. 12th class art students, commerce students can go and study at IITs. All right. IIT Guwahati, of course, you have to be a science student. Other IITs you can go. IITs are also well known for undergrad economics programs. Okay, they're very well known for undergrad economics programs. Your advanced rank of about 1500, 2000, and students look at eco also. All right. However, this would require awareness. Awareness that teachers need to have, parents, maybe most importantly, students need to have. Are we good here? Great. Now, quickly, okay, we are short on time. Only 20 minutes left. Now, let's go. So, therefore, 11th class subjects, combinations, next. Whether you take assessments, understand your academics, look at your profile, look at your hobbies, interests, whatever, plan. What university? First, what course am I wanting to do after 12? If I'm not 100% sure about that course, then second course, which is plan A, plan B, if required, plan C. The course will be available at what kind of a university? What is the selection system? Eligibility criteria? Do I need tuitions? Do I need coaching? How will I prepare? How will I balance my 12th class preparation, 11th class preparation, along with my entrance exam preparation? How do I keep building profile? What gets me into those colleges or universities? All that needs to be done when? Class 11th. Now, dear, I'm breaking a myth. Which is the most important class? Is it 11th or 12th? It is 11th. Whereas 11th class is taken the most casual class. People, what they do is 10th class, they will study till here. 12th, they will study here. 11th, they will drop because 11th is acclimatizing. Oh, let's just get used to it. The real work is going to be 12. But by the time you come to 12, you've lost the plot. If you've not taken care of 11th class, you've lost the plot. Why? Because 11th class is fundamentals, understanding, openings, combinations, understanding what you want to do, building your profile accordingly, working on entrance exam, selection system, understanding eligibility and criteria. Why? Because by the time you move to 12th class, it is April. Now stay with me. April, May, June, first quarter. Okay, April, May, June, first quarter. July, August, September, second quarter. October, November, December, January, kahani over. Why? Because April, May, June, you preparing for your first terminals, you studying. July, August, September, you've started working because October is when your papers have to be ready. If you're applying for international, at least UK, at least if by October you need to be very well clued into your liberal applications, liberal university applications, your predicted grades, statement of purpose, your essays, your letters of recommendation, your entire dossier, profile, CV, everything ready. And that's also the time during your midterm. Why? Because November, December, January is what? Pre-boards. In the good old days, pre-boards. And January, if you forget about the pandemic, Jan is also IIT JEE. Jan Feb is also NID, NIFT. Before that, you had your NDA shot at NDA. So therefore, November, December, Jan, you are preparing for all this. And then you finish your boards, and the day your board's over, you are writing all your entrance exams. So therefore, now tell me, where do you have the time in 12th to plan? Now, what should I do? Will you plan like this in July, August, September, October? What should I do? What courses should I look at? Sorry, it's late. Because by the time you prepare what I want to do, how on earth would you plan? You'll go back and then plan. So, and please understand, your schools will be hell-bent on finishing their curriculum, teaching you. They are not going to tell you how to go ahead. Of course, you will have counseling departments, but how many schools will have full-fledged counseling department? Not even 1,000 schools in the country have full-fledged career guidance department to help you out of 15 lakh schools. So therefore, 12th class, my dear friends, is not the time. By the time you move to 12th class, March, April, May, you should be ready with what am I going to do this year? That planning part has to be over. Therefore, a favorite word of mine, 12th class is nothing but an execution class. Execution of what? Of plans that you made before you entered into class 12. Whereas where students make the mistake, 11th class is dabbling. 11th class, my score will come down. The moment your score hits 60s and 70s, many colleges would say, thank you so much, because your score dipped a lot in 11th class. And if you've not got the grip of your fundamentals, 12th, you'll also need the grip of 11th class. Fundamentals becomes too much. So 12th class, while you're handling your board exams, you're preparing, you're handling your entrance exams, college planning, college execution, college applications, too much to ask for. Too much to ask for. Are we clear till here? Renuka, you're asking a question. In North India, majority of students are ready to know. No, 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 no. Renuka, this is again a myth that North India, in fact, a lot of people down south will be more interested to go abroad. But it's a generalization, right? It will depend upon city. It will depend upon school. I mean, like, when I take classes in Hyderabad and Bangalore, Hyderabad, almost every other student that I would meet in certain schools would be wanting to go here. So it's like Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore. It can happen in any city. All right. It will also depend, like, in certain parts of Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Surat, so many students would like to look at commerce, right? But it's not like, I mean, you can't be like, there is no data. All right. There is no specific data. It will vary from school to school, institution to institution. What kind of parents, what's the parents' background? So a lot of things would shift the dynamics. All right. Great. How are we doing on time? How are we doing on time?
9 minutes, sir.
9 minutes. Now you can show the
I'm sure.
presentation. Okay, great. So therefore, my request is, if you want to click a picture, please do that. Yes, I'm just sharing whatever I've shared with you. It's all here. All right. Let's look at the first slide, please. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The next one. Yes. Now, when you talk about a school curriculum, all right, school curriculum, look at career assessments, just like Mindler career assessment. Okay, very famous in schools. You could use that. You could use any career assessment. Automated career planning tools, in-school career guidance workshops, personalized career guidance, dedicated. All this has to be part of a school curriculum, school career guidance curriculum. All right. As someone rightly pointed out, how do we get this information? If the career counselors and the teachers don't have it, you need a platform. Prateek and Isha must have talked about the path-breaking Mindler platform. Okay, it's a mind-boggling platform. Whenever you get a chance, go through it, look at it. Right from college planning tools to entrance exam tracker, career guidance workshops, personalized career guidance. All of this is there.
We'll request all of you to be a little patient. I think Parikshit's internet went. He's back. Perfect, PD. You're back.
Okay, okay, Now listen. One of the internet is gone, so I'm on the second network. I don't know if it how good the how good it is going to be. But quickly, let me wrap it up. So, audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible now.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
All right, Shagun.
PD, PD, I'll request you to carry on with audio and maybe turn your video off because that ways your internet will be more stable.
Is this okay?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Great. So when you're talking about career guidance platform having what you call how to select your colleges, universities, how to know about scholarships, and the entire thing about not only scholarships but financial aid, to understand exam tracker. Like for example, something simple as if you just choose these 10 or 20 exams that I'm interested in, whenever the colleges come out with a notification, you will get an SMS or an email saying, hi, this is it, or if the date changes. Now that's the beauty of the ed tech, the technology, that you don't need to memorize it, you don't need to remember. In the good old days, if you remember our time, you need to go and check. In fact, we would go to colleges and then get their prospectus, fill up the forms. No, it's a very different way. It's all online, right? So therefore, all those are amazing possibilities. Now, if you see class 12th, there is another area that you need to look at. That is interview preparation, group discussion preparation, okay? Alternative plans to be locked. That's the last thing that you need to look at as far as class 12th is concerned. Rest, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's the way to go about. Is that clear so far?